It's in the game.
The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Florida Gators and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Hey guys, I caught up with the Florida head coach pregame. One of the things Coach talked to me about before the game was just how important it is to get back on track. This team is on a losing streak here, but they know they are better than what their record shows. He said if we can get out to an early start, set the tone, we are going to be just fine. He's challenged his team to focus better and communicate early in this ballgame. I'll let you know how it looks from down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Noles ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Pryor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Jones wants to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario for the offense. The good news is they recovered the fumble. The bad news is it was in their own end for a safety.
Trying to make one miss.
Returner is tackled down at the 26, and your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10. Great.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Hand it to the back. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Could be an alley. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Makes the catch. It's Riles. They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
He's changing the play. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Got to make the play on fourth. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jones to throw. Complete out left to Wilson. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Gators want to move quickly.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the tight end. Turning it off. Got enough space. Touchdown Gators. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass.
Number 38 set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun. At the 35, he's loose. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
As they get set to snap and just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now on the move. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Drops back. It's Daniels. Setting up the screen. There he goes. And he's tackled, brought down to the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
On the snap, it's ball. He's there to make the stop.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Jones wants to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Jones to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And, guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for...
Picked off to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability, with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and, like, everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they can have an explosive offense. Get that side of the ball taken care of again, a long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
Making the adjustment. Drops back on first down. Throwing right. Right on the money. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Jones wants to throw it. Moves to his right. He's going to take off. They'll chase him out of bounds after a nice pickup on the play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. He'll take a shot, and it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Here he goes. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Finding space. Touchdown Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
On the return, it's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Out wide left, it's Wiles. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Got it looking for a first. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The quick out. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the move. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. The Noles will hustle to the line. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Slings it downfield. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Turns it upfield. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And this one is perfect. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the head.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 5 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Buckeyes with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They finished their season unbeaten, 12-0 on the year. What a performance by that group. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Quarterback changing the play. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Seminoles heading quickly to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Working the ground game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Noles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
A run for the quarterback.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Sets his feet. It's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on fourth down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
It's good. Easy call for the ref.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Here comes the heat. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Long way to go on second down. This is a designed run. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Stockton. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And the Gators have this offense rolling. Wants to throw one first. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Second and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Turning it on. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snap, wants to throw to start this drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success, you've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drop.
Breaks a tackle, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. He's looking to throw. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got the quick completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Second down, gonna throw it. The throw. Caught over the middle. It's Riles. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. To the air, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down, tie game. They don't have to go for it, but it looks as if they will. On the move. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Caught in the backfield. It's Lopez. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Right at the line. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together, and you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone, it's Chroma.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep 2 hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Florida State.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it! And with that, they've taken the lead. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State will dine on Gator after winning in this rivalry matchup. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.